Welcome back! My name is ballerscuba. This is Video Games Over Time. We are still in 1985. Today, we're going to talk about Mat Mania. The story of Mat Mania takes us back to Technos Japan. We talked about Technos Japan in our video on Karate Champ. Technos Japan was also responsible for tag team wrestling, which we briefly talked about in our video on professional wrestling. Mat Mania is a professional wrestling arcade game. If you are unfamiliar with professional wrestling, we talked about it in detail in our previous video. The player plays as a professional wrestler simply named Yu. This wrestler is said to be modeled after the Dynamite Kid, who was wrestling in the WWF at the time. The player's goal is to climb the ranks of the Technos Wrestling Association, or Technos Wrestling Association in America, which is presented in the form of wrestling television, with a host named Nari, or Corey in America. There are 5 wrestlers the player must defeat to become champion. The first is the Insane Warrior, who has a mohawk, black pants, and face paint. This most likely is based on Road Warrior Animal, who was wrestling in the NWA in America and Japan at the time as part of the Road Warriors. The Road Warriors, in turn, adopted their style from the Mad Max films. The second wrestler is Karate Fighter. He wears silk pants and slippers, which is more reminiscent of Kung Fu than karate. This wrestler may be based on the Great Kabuki, who also wrestled in the NWA in America and Japan at the time. The third wrestler is Coco Savage. He wears a leopard skin and is barefoot, using what is typically named a wild man theme. This is based on Bobo Brazil, who was a prominent wrestler in the NWA in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. The fourth wrestler is the Piranha. He wears a mask and will often cheat to win matches. He is based on Mil Mascaras, who wrestled in several different promotions throughout his career in Mexico, the US, and Japan. The fifth wrestler, the TWA World Champion, is Blues Bloody, a wrestler in small trunks with curly hair. He is based on Bruiser Brody, who wrestled in the US and Japan at the time. The game has several different versions, depending on when and where it was released. The Japanese version of the game is known as Exciting Hour. Other versions would add the Pro Wrestling Network to the name, both in North America and Japan. Taito, who we have talked about several times before, would publish the game to arcades in 1985. That is a brief backstory to Mat Mania. With that now told, it's time to play the game for ourselves. And here we are in the game. This version is the Pro Wrestling Network Mat Mania, as we talked about, released in 1985 by Taito and Technos Japan. This is the Technos Wrestling Association because it is the American version. And we have you up against the Insane Warrior here. The Insane Warrior, pretty clearly based on Road Warrior Animal. There are some interesting people in the crowd if you pay attention. There's Superman back there, Darth Vader is back there. They have a couple different things going on. Anyway, this is the demo, right? As you can see, there is quite a bit going on. You can do quite a bit in the game. Lots of different moves. I will try to talk about some of them as we go through. I do know the names of the moves, but we're probably not going to be able to show all of them. That's just a splash. And you has lost. Alright, yeah, copyright Taito, licensed by Technos Japan. Let's go ahead and get into the game. I'm not very good at this one. It's a bit of a button masher, as it turns out, but I will do what I can with it. We'll see how well I can do. I'll probably lose to Animal here. I mean, the Insane Warrior. Let's do what I can. Hello, folks! Here we have tonight's special event, you versus Insane Warrior! Well, okay now, let's start! Alright, that's punch, that's kick. All right, back elbow after the Irish whip. We got a grapple, Irish whip. Clothesline or lariat, depending on what you want to talk about. Pile driver. Kind of a interesting pile driver. This one you can only do 3 moves in a row before the opponent is guaranteed to... All right, can I do it? Nope, he gets me. Oh, nope. Yeah, just run into each other. All right. Yeah, there we go. Run an elbow. And I think I'm already kind of screwed here. Yeah. All right, that's 1 pin. That's not looking good for me. All right, I kicked out. Nope. And yeah, if I'm on the ground like that, that means I'm close to losing. Ugh. I keep on running when I don't mean to. All right. Nope. I did the pile driver too much. They do call it a pile driver. All right, now we're out of the ring. I need to get back in, but I can't really get up. Get in there. Nope, I'm gonna be counted out. Oh no, this is Japan, right? They count to 20 in Japan. And I missed the jump. You can climb the ropes. Yeah, he's just letting me do whatever I want here. Oh, and he goes for the pin, 2. Yep, that's it. That's it. Like I said, this one's a bit of a button masher. I'm gonna try again because I think I was hitting the punch and kick too much, and punch and kick together is run. So I think it was kind of latching on that I was doing both when I didn't mean to. Yeah, Corey here is not the best announcer that I have seen. But yeah, a lot of this game is just a little bit of button mashing. There is strategy, but man, I do not have it down. I'm trying, but oh, there we go. All right, pile driver. There we go. Yeah, they call it a pile driver. I'm not sure how I missed that. All right, yeah, that's an Irish whip. They call it when you get flung across the ring. Yeah, shoulder tackle. All right, another pile driver. Oh, he ran at me and did a clothesline there. Jeez. And I'm already down? Yeah, kick out of that. All right. No! Like, I did my move first, but it was too early. Yeah, there we go. Come on. 1, 2. All right, not this time. I did not hit both buttons there. Wow, I am really down. Yeah, not sure what happened there. That's just a botch. Come on, get out. There we go. All right, whip and lariat. And I'm out of the ring. I honestly haven't memorized the buttons, so I'm like, what does this one do? Okay. Nope. Punch, punch, punch. Nope. And I'm down 1, 2, 3 again. I got a way higher score this time, but I still can't beat Road Warrior Animal here. I mean, the Insane Warrior, copyright. All right, let's try one last time. Like I said, it is a difficult game, a lot of button mashing, and sometimes the game just decides you're not going to do your move, and they will automatically counter it. There are counters in this game, but yeah. The Dynamite Kid should be able to beat Road Warrior Animal in a one-on-one match in 85, I would say. But, I mean, they're pretty even. They're fairly even. I tried... All right, punch, 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 punch. Yeah, shoulder tackle. All right. I keep on going for the pile driver. All right, and... Nope, all right, nope. I can't seemingly reverse. I don't button mash fast enough to reverse anything. Yeah, clothesline. Just lots of hits to the back and clotheslines. You setting me up for the Doomsday device here? Like, what's going on? Like, you don't have Hawk with you. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, this is the worst one yet. Did it not... like, realize I was hitting buttons? Okay, that was the worst so far, so I'm gonna try it one more time. One more time. And if I can't get it here, we're just moving on. Because, yeah, button mashing, not the funnest thing to do. And that's basically what I'm doing here. But yeah, in order to grapple its punch when you're really close to him, you also have to go a direction. Alright, there we go. Fireman's carry type maneuver. Clothesline. Yeah, that was too many moves. All right, I got him down. Yeah, kick out at 1. You don't see that too often. All right. Clothesline. He's not down yet. There's the pile driver. Can we climb up to the top? No. Now. And I went for a senton. That was like a somersault off the top. But he wasn't down on the ground, so that was a bad move for me to choose. Okay. Shoulder tackle? Yeah. Lariat again. Up. Get up. Okay. Can I pin him now? 1, 2. No, he kicks out. All right. And then the lariat, and I'm getting close here. Okay. I did my move. At this point, when I'm looking like that, the music picks up. I basically have 3 moves until I am for sure going to be pinned. I think that counts as 1 move. Because I missed it. Alright, pile driver. He's still not down. Right? 1, 2. Hey, I got it! I beat him! I'm calling this a good run. This will be the final one because yeah, I'm hitting so many buttons. Well, next event, you versus Karate Fighter. Yeah, I'm not that familiar. Well, okay, let's start. I'm not as familiar with this guy. I'm not as big on Japanese wrestling in the 80s. Like, as probably I should be. All right, shoulder tackle. Lariat. There we go. Nope, can't pull off the pile driver. It's a powerful move. Some people use it as a finisher. But yeah, just can't pull it off. Holy crap! That was so many karate punches! I'm just kind of dazed here. I am losing. Alright, shoulder tackle. Nope. Leaping sidekick. Come on. Nope, too strong. And that is my best run yet. I beat somebody, I made it to the 2nd level. I'm calling that good. This game, yeah, it's a lot of button mashing, but also some strategy. Hey, I made the list. I will take that. I made the list. No. I didn't anticipate this. Number 1! Well, number 5. Oh, we're still going? There. Why? Why are we still going? Why are there so many? Why are there so many? Why? Why is it still going? There we go. SMD 5. All right. That is the game plan. That's as best as I'm going to be able to do. Like I said, a lot of button mashing and a little bit of strategy. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's mostly trying to get your moves in before the other guy is the bottom line of it. So that is Mat Mania played with the game played. Let's talk about how it holds up today. Playing the game today, I did have fun playing Mat Mania. I kept on going back, dropping in another quarter, and that's a good sign. I definitely wanted to at least beat the first wrestler, and that took a bit of work. And that's because of some of the bad parts of the game, which is that it relies a lot on specific timing of the buttons, which leads to button mashing a lot. The moves, I didn't get a chance to show off all the moves. There were more, depending on especially when you're in the grapple, of which direction you're pushing the joystick, followed by which button you're hitting the punch or the kick. So I didn't get a chance to show off all the different moves, but there are, quite a few things going on in the game that work well. The fact that they do have different styles. You have definitely a more traditional pro wrestler in Road Warrior Animal compared to like Karate Fighter, compared to the cheater in I I can't remember the name of the character, but the one based on Mil Mascaras, which I'm mispronouncing, but it means, I believe, a thousand masks. Mascaras means mask. I know that. But at the end of the day, I think Mat Mania is a fairly good first pro wrestling game for us to play. Tag team wrestling, also a fairly good one, but because Mat Mania had characters that were based on real professional wrestlers, this one has a little bit more sentimental value for people that are fans of professional wrestling. And although many of the characters would not be well known today, I'm not sure if I didn't know that it was based on the Dynamite Kid, that you would be the Dynamite Kid, but they later give him a name that's much more indicative of it being based on the Dynamite Kid. But the fact that they had Animal in it, that they had the Great Kabuki and Bruiser Brody and all the other characters, I think is a little bit more endearing to the already existing fan base. Now, of course, with that said, not too many of these guys wrestle in the WWF, which is kind of the big up-and-coming promotion, so to speak, in 1985, but as we'll talk about, some later versions do have that. Overall, I think that the gameplay does not hold up that well. I think that the graphics do. I think the sound is great. The graphics and the sound are really good, but the gameplay, I think, leaves a little bit more to be desired. I think that people want to be able to choose their moves a little bit more carefully and not have to just kind of button mash and hope for the best sometimes. And this game does kind of lead that way. Also, there's a few things missing from the game, including submissions, things like that. I don't believe that this game has any submissions. I didn't see any on the list, and I think you can only win by pin in this one. Things like that. I would also love the characters to stay on the ground a little bit longer so I could use my top rope maneuvers, but that really wasn't going to be in the cards for me. I'm just not good enough to make that happen in this game. So there are things that I think can be improved upon in the game, and I think as we see more professional wrestling games, which we will see more, bit of a spoiler there, but we will see more, and I think those games showcase professional wrestling better. So if you are a big fan of professional wrestling, want to see the history of video games, this is definitely worth checking out, dropping a couple quarters in, seeing what you can do. Otherwise, I'm not sure it's going to hold up very well for a modern audience unless you do like kind of button mashers in kind of mid-80s games. Then, this thing does have something for you. And that's my modern take on the game. When the game was released, the game proved to be popular. Mat Mania would become the highest grossing arcade conversion kit in America in 1986, and the third highest grossing arcade game overall that year. The game would also be popular in Japan, topping the charts by October 1985. Taito would release an updated version of the game named Mania Challenge in 1986. This version added a 2-player competitive mode, where the first player plays as the main character from the original game, now named Dynamite Tommy, while the second player plays a character named Hurricane Joe. Another major change in this version would be the champion, who was renamed to Golden Hulk. That character would be changed to resemble Hulk Hogan, who was getting more popular in North America. Mat Mania would see a port. We will keep an eye on that as we continue. As for Technos Japan, they would use the success of Mat Mania to stay in the video game industry. We will hear from Technos Japan again. That will do it for the story of Mat Mania for now. My name is ballerscuba. This has been Video Games Over Time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in our next video when we talk about some honorable mentions of 1985.